This is what's happening today, folks. I am hauling sawdust in the wagon. Hey folks, welcome back. I've got something to say about my channel, and some of you are going to understand it and some of you may or may not. I don't know. So let me give you for those who are fairly new to my channel, I'm just who I am. I'm not going to put on any airs. I flip and fumble over my words. My videos are choppy. I just don't have time to edit properly, and I don't even know if I want to. There was a comment stating that I like you because you're so genuine, but I wish you would brush up on your editing skills. Well, editing videos is not my thing. And if my videos aren't professional enough, then you can move on. You can just move on. That's just how I think about it, folks. I am not monetizing. I am not begging for subscribers. I am not advertising my channel. I put out videos when I can. I put out videos when I have my camera on me to show what I'm doing. I'm not going to show you step by step because that would take too much time. So for those of you who think that my videos aren't good enough, they're not professional enough, you can just move away. I mentioned several times that I am not going to monetize my channel. And it's comments like that that make us genuine YouTubers who are not in it for the money just want to abandon YouTube. It really does, folks. Some of us are really genuine. Some of us are in it for the money. I'm not in it for the money, folks. I could monetize and earn a little extra money, but I'm not going to. I truly believe that education should be free. So normally I have a orange t-shirt on or a yellow t-shirt on. I have gone away from the yellow t-shirts because a new type of hornet has moved into the area here, and they rather are attracted to yellow. So I'm down to wearing my orange t-shirts, and I've got a handful, quite a handful if you ask certain people, of yellow t-shirts, of orange t-shirts, and I change my t-shirts probably 2 or 3 times a day if it's very hot, because it's when you do physical labor, when it's 85, 90 degrees with 85, 90% humidity, and it's hard physical labor, you have to change your t-shirt several times a day in order to feel at least a little bit comfortable, right? So with that said, I need to order some more orange t-shirts because I've gone through 3 today, 3 yesterday, and I don't even remember the days before that. Once they get soaking wet with sweat, because homesteading is physical activity. Off-grid is physical activity. And if you live like I do, the simple or the basic life, then everything is physical. So I did get lazy the last couple of days, and I used the four-wheeler to go do my jaunting around. Today I went and got sawdust to put in the outside bird run. Was it too hot to do that? Absolutely. It was 90 degrees today, folks. The sawdust, when I got digging into the pile, because sawdust is a natural insulator, in the middle of the pile, well, I didn't even get to the middle of the pile. I got 20 inches in, and I took a temperature, 20 inches in, and where it was 90 degrees outside, the pile 20, the sawdust pile 20 inches in was 62, 63 degrees. So imagine how much colder it would be if I had gotten to the center of the sawdust pile. So that felt really good. Even on a hot day, it felt really good to handle that cold sawdust. And of course it was damp. So the sawdust that I used from the sawmill, we saw pine, spruce, and hemlock for the most part. So, but when it's wet and you're not handling it, it looks like cedar, but it's not cedar. It's just wet sawdust from the sawmill. Anyway, I've had to change my t-shirts so many times this week. Today is Thursday, that I am literally out of orange t-shirts. Right? I've got to do laundry. So, and there's two ways I do laundry. One is I have a bucket and what they call the Wonder Plunger, and I take a gallon of water. I put an item of clothes or 2 or 3 items of clothes in, and it's like a plunger, and you push it up and down with that little bit of water and a little bit of soap in it. You do that for about 5 minutes. It doesn't take much effort at all, folks. And it washes it, and then you rinse it. And then I have what they call a centrifugal. I have a hard time pronouncing that word, folks. Spinner, where I put the items in, start my generator, and turn the power on. 3 minutes, and those clothes are almost all dry, folks. I mean, it would take, on a breezy night like this, it would take 5 minutes or maybe even 10 minutes to dry. I either do that, or if I have a pile of heavy laundry, like blankets or whatnot, comforters or whatever, then I'll just, when I'm going to town, I'll do my laundry at the laundromat, and then they're all done, right? Some people complained that they're not going to watch my videos where I put music to them. Well, then don't. Then just don't. Don't watch them. That's your choice. I'm not going to. If a certain person doesn't like a video, I'm not going to stop doing that certain type of video. Maybe I like doing that certain type of video. Maybe that's the only time I have to do a video, and I'm just like, I'll just take snippets and I'll put music to it and I'll post that. Some of you rather enjoy them. Some of you apparently don't. I can't please everyone. I don't want to please everyone. I am just a simple gal. I live off grid, rather primitively, meaning I don't have running water, I don't have electricity, I don't have solar, I don't run my generator to run lights inside the house. I use lamp or solar lights that I charge with a panel in the window. I have motion sensor light, so if I walk into the bathroom, the light comes on. Walk out of the bathroom, the light goes off, right? So, and I have motion sensor lights and security censored lights and sound beepers, I call them, all around my property. So if anything enters my, I really hate to say this, perimeter, but if anything enters within a certain circle of my house, I know which direction it is coming from, and I know to pay attention to my birds, right? For those of you who really enjoy my videos, no matter what I post, and there's quite a charge of you, thank you very much. I know a lot of you watch whatever I post. A lot of you feel that I teach quite a lot, even when I don't intend to teach anything. it's just new information for you, right? So that's how I do my laundry. For the person who mentioned that, boy, for the last several videos you've worn the orange t-shirt, I've got several of them. There's a thing called buying more than one color. There's also a thing called buying several of the same color for a purpose. And if you followed me for any length of time, you would know what the purpose of me wearing yellow and orange this time of year.